One Last Midnight, we're playing a little bit of Kingdom Come. We're gonna try to go after the bandit camp. I did play a little bit last night. Had a hard time sleeping, and wound up playing for about an hour and a half, and wound up doing a couple side quests, getting a couple books and stuff in order, and some of the rest of the stuff in order. Also want to kind of start looking at some of these treasure maps. There is one treasure map that's near the main storyline, and I think I'm going to go back to that and take a quick peek at it, see what that is all about. I want to make sure I'm not carrying any extra stuff. I need to get some stuff repaired, like this light armor. Seems like it needs a little bit of repairing first. Dried meat, water, Snavier Schnapps. We only have one of those. Okay, good. I need to get some more books. What's my nourishment like? 79. I think if I eat that, I'm gonna be over. Okay, let's look at what kind of quests we have. Ginger in a pickle. That's the main quest line. There is a one of the treasure maps I looked at is like right here. There's something right there. And I don't know what that means. I don't even know how to find it. But, look for it. Scavenger. There's something back at my main area, which I don't know if I want to go to yet. Courtship. I need to talk to Teresa again in a couple days. I took her out for a meal. She actually took me out to a pub she knows that her father used to take her to, which is like over here. Is it over there? No, it's over here, right here. We need to go figure out how Fritz and Matthew are doing. Hopefully they didn't screw the job up. Knowing Fritz, he probably did. I need to bring a bunch of stuff to the monastery. I mean, there's just so much to do. The decorative crown. I need to go back to Sasau for the decorative crown. See. Restless Spirit. Oh, I need to do that Restless Spirit. Well, that's two things I can do in Taumburg. So that might be something I should try out. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to do here. What else do I need to do? They need to rob Green-Eyed Monster. Is that Taumburg? No. Queen of Sheba's sword. That's like I gotta figure out how to get the pieces of a sword from people. Here's another one in Taumburg. That's the chumps shoot on the river. Might want to try that again. That was kind of fun. Beggars. And let's see here. And where are the bandits at? There's a bandit quest somewhere. Rob the rich, give to the poor. We're supposed to kill somebody here. Is that ruin? Oh, right here. Okay, those are the bandits that we are going to take on. We have to kill the camp leader. I have no idea how many bandits there are over there. When I was playing last night, I did come across some bandits that tried to jump me. It was two of them. Yeah, luckily I wound up surviving, but okay. Let's go finish the two quests here in Taumburg. Which are, go check on Matthew and do the Ledechko. It's Ledechko, not Taumburg. And do the clearing of the spirit, whatever the spirit one is. Let's make our way over here. Hopefully, is there a scribe in that town? Wayfarer. Let's ignore the Wayfarer. The last time I saw the Wayfarer, he sold me the treasure map, so... Okay, let's see if there's a scribe in here. Yeah, we have no scribe in this area. Alright, well, let's go to the mill first. See how these guys are doing. Oh, the game just saved when I walked in here. I don't know if that's a good idea. Talk to Matthew.
God bless. Can I help you?
So you know who I am, man. Give me a hard time for it.
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that mug. But now, the foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. We haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand, and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So, he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working in a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alright. Gotta talk to Fritz. Where's Fritz at? Hey, this is the Thomas. Oops.
What? What the hell are you doing? Mother of God!
Where's Fritz at? All right, let's see if I can't find Fritz somewhere. He's this part of the mill? No, this is the baker's. Let's see if that's Matthew. Oh, there's Fritz. All right, Fritzy boy.
Greetings.
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
Ah.
I spoke with him briefly, and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's so poor. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass. And kind with him. But what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew gonna see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her. But most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
All right. Matthew wants to come to some sort of agreement. Thomas wants to kill him off. Or Fritz wants to kill him off. Let's talk to this guy.
God be with you.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Interesting. I got an interesting problem here because Thomas is willing to work on an arrangement. Fritz is not.
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that. Why is it taking
What
so
does the
long?
miller have to say about this?
God be with you.
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling at them.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
Well, but Thomas has problems with carpentry.
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand to it. He knows he'll never be a real miller.
Or just because of that?
No. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to do things.
So he's not been foreman too long then?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagon overturned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
I'm sorry.
Me too, boy. And after Martin was gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Thomas ran everybody off. Maybe Thomas killed the son.
Well, what happened that day? Wagons don't overturn themselves.
He was transporting new stone blocks for the mill and he had to take a detour. Since the wagon was too heavy for the ford, it was after a downpour. The load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, with no one to help him.
Of course not. Thomas was there too. He helped Martin to load the wagon in Sassa and both of them set off back.
Just the two of them. No one else was there.
No, they always did it that way. Martin didn't like dragging people where it wasn't necessary, when they could be doing work elsewhere. But if I had been there with them, maybe he'd still be alive. Thomas couldn't pull the wagon off him. He ran for help, but it was already too late.
I'm sorry. But I'm sure he's in God's kingdom now.
He was a good boy, a kind soul.
Have you been without carpenters for a while?
A long time. Since winter, it's been just me and Thomas.
Nobody stays around.
No. These days, it's hard to find a man you can rely on. Young lads today are bone idle. None of them wants to do an honest day's work.
And how many have actually worked here?
About half a dozen, maybe more. We always put up with them till the most urgent work was done, then sent them packing.
And what about Jane? Shouldn't she have a husband by now?
What are you trying to say?
A pretty girl like her is ripe for marriage.
With a large dowry because she comes from a mill? Well, she had herself a man once, but he ran away during the winter. He wasn't up to the work either.
And how long did he last?
You know, he was here for a while. But back then my son was a foreman and he was a kindly soul. Too kind. He never threw anyone out.
So, everyone started leaving when Thomas took over.
Well, Thomas is a dog on slackers. And just as well. Maybe it's harsh, but that's what you need nowadays. If we don't mill, folk don't eat.
Useless parasites. Vagabonds.
So, the moment Thomas became mill foreman, everyone started running off. Not one man could stand it here, even if they had a chance to marry Jane. Don't you think Thomas might be doing it on purpose? Sounds to me like he's after the mill, or your daughter, or both.
That's not like him. He's a good man and straightforward. He knows I can always send for a new mill foreman.
And Jane,
Don't worry about her. She'll wed whoever I approve of, even Thomas if he asks for her hand. At least with him, I know he won't leave the mill.
indeed, why would he once he's got rid of everyone else?
That's enough. I don't know why you're trying to slander Thomas, but I don't mean to listen to it any longer.
Interesting.
I heard what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
And can you help me?
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, Father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he settle this?
He probably could, but he doesn't want to. My brother was the mill foreman before him, but last year a wagon overturned on him, broke his back. It broke my father too. And Thomas was here the longest. He was always close to my brother, so Father chose him as the mill foreman.
Well, what happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. You mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to tell. A stone block that was loaded wrong, slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him, there was no one around to help.
What do you mean, no one? Surely he wasn't alone.
No, he had Thomas with him. But Thomas couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help it was too late. And as if that wasn't bad enough, someone robbed my brother while Thomas was looking for help.
Someone robbed him after he was dead.
I don't know. But they took a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop, but he still wore it all the time. And someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Why are you asking me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to him.
Me too. But it was his own fault. If he'd brought more people with him, he'd still be alive. He was too kind for his own good.
I definitely think Thomas killed the brother off.
And Thomas doesn't listen to anyone. Can't you persuade him?
No. He keeps looking my way and tries to be nice, but he doesn't care what I've got to say. When I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
And this probably won't end well. I understand.
Very,
Hey!
very, very interesting. So Thomas is probably the killer. Question
Welcome, Henry.
is finding out proof. Go talk to Matthew.
I spoke with the miller's daughter.
It's a shame her father won't listen to her. She knows all about Thomas, but
Her father doesn't believe her.
he reckons it's just a woman's fancy. He probably thinks she's smitten with one of us. Not that I'd object, but she's a clever one. She'd make a better miller than either of those two.
How do I change this around here? I mean... Oh, I could try to pickpocket him. But I'll probably get
You want here?
caught.
Hop it or I'll call a guard.
Oh.
See, Henry?
Let's see if I can tell him to go to the, Let's see what happens
I
here.
heard you were with the miller's son when the wagon fell on him.
What of it?
I just heard some talk and I wanted to get the story straight from you.
Talk? From who?
I heard some gossip about it at the alehouse. What happened? Was it really lightning that scared the horses?
What? No, there wasn't any storm. It was just the road was muddy, and so we rode closer to the edge of it.
It's a real stroke of bad luck, isn't it?
Tell me about it. If I'd been behind the wagon, it would have fallen on me too.
Why did only 2 of you go?
He always did it that way. But 2 people are enough for the trip, and if we needed an extra pair of hands, we could always find some local.
Except at the end. If there had been more of you, he might have survived.
Do you think I don't know that? I couldn't move the wagon on my own, so I went looking for help. We'd met a few travelers along the way, and I ran to find them, but it was too late. The weight of it crushed him while I was gone.
I'm sorry.
Me too. Me too. I didn't want to be the mill foreman, but the last thing he ever said to me, the very last thing he ever asked of me, was to take care of the mill.
And I heard someone robbed him.
Robbed? What kind of nonsense is that?
I heard he was missing something when they brought him back.
What? I don't remember anything.
He had a scarf with him.
Really? I don't know. Maybe he lost it on the way. Or it sank into the mud. Yes, that's probably it. It's still buried there somewhere.
Well, I hope he's resting in peace.
Amen.
Oh, this is tough because I don't. It kind of sounds like he's the root of all the problem at this mill. If I provoke him, what then?
I heard you're as bad-tempered as a rabid dog, and twice as stupid.
What?
I heard you treat the new workers like shit and don't listen to anyone except yourself.
It's their fault. They're good-for-nothing slackers, and you watch your tongue or you'll get it in the mouth, too.
Well, they weren't lying. You're all talk. Do you really want to try your luck?
One more word, and you'll see.
Well, we need to pick a place for the fight that isn't too public.
That's one thing we can agree about.
You have any idea where we could do it?
There's a place to the north of Ledichko we can go to after sunset. We won't be seen there, and most of the time it's empty.
Good. Above Ledechko, then, at dusk.
Fine. And who will I be giving a pasting to?
Take your pick. There'll be 3 of us, and you can bring 2 of your friends as well, so there'll be more than enough to go around.
And why not? Do we have a deal then? No trying to get out of it later on.
Probably not. I've got other plans.
You're a cockroach and a coward.
See what my options are now. It's kind of interesting. We got a situation here, which is there's this Thomas guy.
Jesus Christ be praised.
He sounds like he's caused problems at the mill.
Bread baked just this morning. Bread!
you have any books by any chance? Joys of Baking? They said that there was somebody at the inn, right? That he gambles with? Where is that? Right here. Let's go to the inn really fast. See if we can figure out what's going on. I have a feeling he killed off the son. I have to have proof. The proof is the scarf. Where to find the scarf? That's another question. That's the bailiff. There's somebody he plays dice with. That's this guy, right?
Here.
Yeah. That's this guy.
Good day to you.
Let's play some dice.
I'm feeling lucky today. How about you? Dice?
We're playing 2000? Okay. Oh, I busted. Kidding me? Dice are rigged, buddy.
This'll be the one.
Bust. Ouch.
That's all.
It's a great first roll. Don't 3 6s give me something? Yeah, 600. Get 750 on that one. Playing craps, man.
This'll be the one.
Ouch, that's 1,000.
That's all.
That hurt. Come on, don't bust.
Got it for you right here.
Guy needs 500, he's gonna beat me. Two ones. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Now you. God save you, Henry.
All right. I think... Oh man, I think we should take care of Thomas here. It seems a little bit fishy. So the whole deal at this mill, when I got Matthew and Fritz the job, Thomas... Nobody wants to stick around because Thomas is a horrible foreman. The problem is that the son went off with Thomas and a wagon cart fell on top of him and he wound up dying. Thomas took over. Nobody else will stick around. And he's not a good carpenter. The perfect person for the job as foreman is Matthew, because Matthew is actually kind of keen on his daughter. And of course, he's a good carpenter. They said that something was stolen, which was a scarf. Now the question is, if I can find that scarf, Thomas's possession, that'll be it. That'll be the end of it, right? They'll have proof Thomas is the thief. But where does Thomas sleep? We don't know. We have no idea where Thomas sleeps. Probably sleeps in the house. And I can't get in the house in the daytime because they keep going in and out.
Both safe, Henry.
Hey, what are you up to?
Yeah.
Before I have you thrown out.
Yep. I'll keep pissing this guy off by going in his house. Him seeing me. They said he plays dice with somebody else
I'll
at
be with you,
one of
Henry.
the mills. There's only this mill over here, and I didn't see anybody over there. Alright, let's start a fight with this guy. Let's go do the fight.
You remember that fight we talked about?
Yeah. You wanted to brawl and then you changed your mind. Are you saying it's on again?
Agreed.
Papsy, what's going on? Alright, talk to Matthew failed. Talk to Fritz.
I did it. I arranged to fight him just like you wanted. He had nothing against the idea. He'll bring 2 men, and the 3 of them will wait for us on the hill near Ledechko.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was too much of a coward.
So, how are we going to do it? Should we just meet there?
No. Come and see me towards evening, and then we'll go. Oh, and perhaps you should let Matthew know. Since you were the one who set it up.
Matthew's not going to be in for this.
Well, I spoke with him.
How did it go? Did you come to an agreement?
No. There's no talking to him.
What will we do now? I suppose we could just leave, but I don't want to as long as there's some coin to be earned here.
Don't go running off just yet. Fritz and I have come up with a plan.
Shit. You want to trounce him, don't you?
We've arranged a fight to decide things. If we win, he'll leave you alone. If we lose, you'll be on your way.
Sakra! Well, I suppose we've got no other choice. There's no talking to that man. But I find it hard to believe he'll just leave us alone, even if we do win.
It will be us 3 against them 3. That's an honourable fight, and the better men will win.
If you say so.
Time is it? It's tough. I might reload this one because there was another choice, which was to tell him to go. I think everybody... I think he's guilty of killing the son off. I don't know where I can get proof, though. They did say that there was somebody else that he talks to, and I didn't pay quite attention to that. I should have paid more attention to that. Alright. Fritz can't work in the dark, buddy.
Alright, I'm here. Let's do it.
So let's go.
Where you going, bud?
Who's there? Answer me.
Matthew behind me? Yep. You're gonna have to fight in the dark. Man, it's gonna be pitch black when we're fighting this guy. I can barely see Fritz, and we're supposed to be fighting in this? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is nuts. This is not going to work out very well.
Nice to see such a good turnout. The more the merrier.
Arsehole. You won't think it's so funny in a minute.
I think you're fucking hilarious.
Enough horseshit. I didn't come here for a chat.
Just as well. You're not much of a conversationalist.
Are we gonna get on with this anytime soon?
Let's do it, Dopici!
Dopici. Ah. Ouch. Ah, it got me. A little bloodied there. Dang it. How did I miss him with that, man? Suck. Wait for my stamina to get back. Ah, man, I blocked that punch. Come on.
Look at this.
Peachy to you. Alright, one's down. Oh, what happened?
That's that then.
Do you think it will be enough?
He definitely looked like he'd had enough.
True. He'll either stop or make life hell on earth for us.
So, anything else you need from me?
No. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem. What are friends for?
You forgot something.
Of course. You're right. Here's something on the side, Henry.
I'll drink to both of you at the tavern.
That's very kind of you.
Just don't get so drunk you fall in a ditch.
Okay, there's an interesting site here, which means... Where's my... I have a feeling... Let's see, why is this an interesting location? Clearly looks like somebody's buried there. Huh. What if I put the shovel in my hand? Horse has the spade. Let's transfer this over. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back here in the daytime. I can't see jack right now. There is something there. I just don't know what is there or how to get to it. Because this guy took me here, I have a feeling that he's hiding something. And this looks like the place he would wind up hiding it. But I can't dig or anything. It's not telling me to dig. Alright, let's fast travel back. There's no place to rest here, is there? Not from what I can see. Because I'm in combat. Really? Huh. Why does it say I'm in combat? I don't see anybody around here. Vitality went up. Alright. I don't know what's going on. Nor do I know how to get back. Guess I can follow this little trail here. I'm totally going the wrong way. Can I fast travel now? Can't fast travel because I'm in combat. Am I facing the right direction? Yeah, kind of facing the right. Go this way. Alright, I see the town up ahead. This was an interesting quest. Another interesting site. I still have the fighting music going on. Is it because I have this equipped? Nope. There, regardless. Can't skip time while I'm in combat. Wonder if this guy turned me into the cops. Well, we'll see if this guy comes after me or not. He's a town guard, so... Alright. Well, he has no interest in me. That's good. Go back to the mill. I think it's right here, right? There's a chest up here. I can try to pick this lock. Oh, I can't do anything. It's like, it's all grayed out. Because it says I'm in combat. Dude, gotta go. At the door. No, nobody's out there. Oh, Tom. Oh, man. Thomas wanted to fight again. So this fight was not over yet. He can sprint faster than I can. Let's see if I can fast travel. Okay. Fight is over now. Let's rest until morning. Or just stand around until morning. We'll see what happens at the mill. I have no idea what's going to happen at the mill. Who's this? Is this the miller? It is, but I can't talk to him. He must have just got done using the privy. Let's see. People are still sleeping. He came up to work. He's finally working. Gonna get a wash on. Gonna wake the boys up? What is he doing? Who is this sleeping?
I feel quite hungry.
The daughter's sleeping. What are you doing, Mr. Miller? Kinda hanging out? Any food laying around by any chance?
Hey, what are you up to? What's going on there? What are you doing there?
Huh. Wait another hour or two. This is kind of an interesting quest. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this quest.
What are you up to? What's that?
Yeah, and Matthew and Fritz are not around. There's Fritz.
Oh, why are you waking me? Go away.
Where's Matthew located? Man, these guys don't get up till late. And the miller doesn't want to talk to me. And the other guy keeps running away, which I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. Okay, these boys are finally working. Miller still doesn't want to talk to me. Let's talk to Matthew.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
I could do with a bite to eat.
Greetings.
Oh, this is kind of interesting. This quest, I don't know that this quest got completed the way that I expected it to get completed. Unless I have to finish kicking that guy's butt. Wherever he might have ran off to.
Hey, what?
Him.
What?
Thomas. Let's see where he goes.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
What was that noise?
That was me, Thomas. Where's he at? Aha. The grubby scarf. There it is. Let's steal all. Okay. Unconscious. I knew there was something I was missing. Okay, that implicates him in the son's death. Go talk to the sister. Oh, we can't talk to her yet. Talk to the father? Who can we talk to? Need some food too. We can unlock this chest now, right? One of these chests we can unlock. I don't think he's gonna come back. There's like no way for him to come back. No, Jane doesn't want to talk. Let's see. Fritz, let's talk to Matthew. Very interesting that nobody wants to talk to me. Especially when I have the quest item. Well, what else am I missing here? We knocked that guy unconscious. We stole all of his stuff. Hmm. Do I have to wait for Thomas to come back? I mean, I didn't kill him. What if I wait for him to come back? In the meantime, since everybody thinks I'm kind of dirty, take a bath. See, does she have any books by any chance? Nope. I didn't think she would have any books, but thought I'd ask.
I'd like to order something here.
And what is it you'd like?
Well, about bath, launder my clothes, heal my wounds. That'd be pretty good.
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds. Then a hot bath and laundering my clothes.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
I do. What you... 30? No problem.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
I hope so. All right, perfect. That took many hours. Hmm.
Be a bit more careful.
I wonder if he's still unconscious. Let's go back and check on Matthew, see what's going on with him. Maybe he's still unconscious. Maybe this quest is kind of messed up. I don't know. I didn't kill him. Or maybe I did kill him. It said grab the body, so... Let's see, I left his body over here. It said he was unconscious. Didn't say he was dead. Alright, this is where I left him. Really good question. I'm not too sure what just happened. Let's sleep for the night. Oh, I have some stuff to sell.
Hey!
Let's actually. Oh, let's.
God be with you.
I'm with you, bud. Let's end the dialogue here. Let's look at the inventory. Right, there's some stuff that I could sell here. This hat is actually worth more than the current hat that I'm wearing. Yeah, by one, but it's stolen. Does he have any more money? I took all of his money last time.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that.
Oh, you got 900. Good. Let's sell bludgeon. Let's sell a one torch. Armor. This. Okay. I don't think there was any other items I could wind up selling off. I can sell this water. I'm not too sure what this water is for. Get rid of that. Just go ahead and close the deal. Get some good coin out of that. And I don't know what time of day it is. What time of day? Let's take a sleep because I don't know exactly All right, let's see if that guy comes back. Let's go back to the town and see if I can't figure out what's going on here. This is a weird quest. I don't know that I completed it correctly. James Hunter, what's going on, buddy? Home from school? It's a good thing, right?
Answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. Quitting?
Ugh. Okay, bud. I don't know what's up with you.
Quarter fix!
Ouch. Ah, man, I need to get my strength up in that.
Fuck!
Ouch. Dude, why are you guys bothering me?
Committed a crime, and I'm
Don't
arrested.
move a muscle.
You're dead.
Did that hurt?
All right, now you're dead.
Very well. Go!
Why am I surrendering?
Fuck out of here.
No one gets away with beating people up around here. Not on my watch. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That'll land you a fat fine.
That guy attacked me.
Look, I'll tell you the truth, but you mustn't tell anyone. The Lord of Ratai sent me on a secret mission. And to do it, I have to bend the law a little now and again. Understand?
Well, I thought... That is, I had no idea. If that's how it is, of course you may go.
All right, enough!
Get the hell out of here.
Dude, stabbed you in the head. Okay, so we did all that. Now can I talk to people? No.
Look where you're going.
I don't know, this quest is messed up. Alright, kind of sick? Dude, I'm sorry about that, man. I have been, like, non-stop sick for, like, the last month. I'm just now starting to feel better. I don't know, this quest is messed up. I'm gonna have to reload it or something, because it is not doing what I expected it to do. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go back and load up a game. This is it. This quest might be glitched or something. Either that or I did something wrong. I mean, I got Matthew and Fritz the job. The foreman then turned around and said that they're not working very well. Who has a big giant refuge with dead animal bones and stuff like that right in the middle of their house? Let's wait for the miller to come out. What time is it? Yeah, the miller should be around. Oh, I didn't see Fritz anywhere either. There's the miller. Let's talk to the miller.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes.
Let's skip the dialogue. I've already read this. Okay. Talk to Matthew.
God save you.
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I...
What's happened?
A fine friend you are.
Oh, come on.
Well, perhaps...
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That...
I can imagine.
You know what it's like.
And the miller won't stick?
Not really.
I see.
What's so stupid?
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once. He's an arsehole.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? Well, get a...
And what does he do during the...
Good one.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with it.
So, he's clumsy and...
Aye, but at least you could...
And what do you want to do about it? Just...
Actually, I'd like to stay here.
Me?
They did once already, didn't...
Back then, making...
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to...
Fine.
I'm glad.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, talk to Matthew. Can I talk to the miller again? No, I can't talk to the miller again. Where's Fritz at? Where the heck did Fritz go? There he is. Come on out, Fritz. Have a conversation with you.
God be with you.
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not.
You better believe it.
Drowning?
It was the, third.
But how did you get out?
I can't.
I see.
Exactly.
I spoke with him.
Then you ought to try working with him.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren.
What about the others at the mill?
The miller's an old fool.
Do you think he's jealous?
You want me, pup?
And what do you want to do about it?
No fucking chance.
So how do you plan on dealing?
Perhaps.
And you think that will help?
Maybe.
That...
So why don't you arrange a fight?
What?
We could lure...
Okay, there's I said Lawrence. Let me see if I can talk to the miller again. Can I talk to the miller again? I can.
About the mill.
Again, look, lad. I stand by Thomas. If it wasn't for him...
Yeah, but Thomas has problems with car.
You're right.
Well, just because of that.
No. He's not too skilled.
So he's not
Okay,
been
now I'm finding out about the
Sorry.
son.
Me too, boy.
What happened that day?
He was transporting... It was after a day.
So he was alone.
Of course not.
Just the two of them.
No. But if I had been...
I'm sorry.
He was a good boy.
Have you been without cap?
A long time.
Nobody stays around.
No.
And how many have act?
About half a dozen.
And what about
What are you trying...
pussy girl like?
With a large...
And how long did he last?
You know...
So everyone.
Well, Tom...
So the moment Thomas became.
That's not...
And Jane.
Don't worry about her.
Indeed, why would it?
That's enough.
Okay,
I heard what you asked my...
right.
And can you help me?
No,
Why?
because he's afraid of...
And your father lets him.
He probably could. It broke my father.
And what happened to your?
And what does that have to...
I don't know. You meant.
There's not much to...
What do you mean? No.
No,
Someone robbed him.
I don't know.
But who'd steal a scar?
Why are you asking?
I'm sorry about what.
Me too.
And Thomas doesn't listen to anyone.
No. He keeps looking my...
And there's I understand.
Okay, what, let me go see if I can find this Lawrence guy. That's the baker. Doesn't look like a guy in here called Lawrence. Let's see. All right, let's try the other option. The other last option that I have, unless I can find this Lawrence guy, is to go talk to Thomas. Tell Thomas that they want him out of there. Who is this guy? Villager, 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 alehouse maid, innkeeper, villager. Okay. Where is this Lawrence guy? Negotiate a peace at the mill. The only I'd like to see Matthew set up. Matthew seems like he actually cares for the mill. I have no idea who this Lawrence guy is. Unless there's this one of these farms over here. There's a grindstone there. Either that or it's one of these farms. I was thinking this Lawrence guy can give me some more information about Thomas. So I'm hoping that would be the case. Who is this? Is this a scribe by any chance? This is a scribe, right? Trader.
Good health to you.
And to you, my friend. Let's trade. You have any books by any chance? No books. Shoot. See a guy in the field over there. I don't see anybody else here. Is that by any chance, Lawrence? No. Alright, I don't know who this Lawrence character is. Next mill over, next town over, next farm over is what? Something like that he said. It could be anywhere.
Who's there?
Just me.
What's that?
Just me breathing hard.
Hey, look out!
Sorry.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, I'm looking for Lawrence. Seen him by any chance? Are you Lawrence? Yep. Sorry, I gotta go over your fence, bud. Maybe one of these guys are Lawrence.
What's that? Well, I never.
You never? Never. Alright, well. Like I said, I'm at my wit's end. Let's try the other option. Let's just try to tell them that we want him to leave. Unless I can get lucky and find a Lawrence over there, on that side of the river. It's all pebbles. Not pebbles. Let's see. Let's see if there's a Lawrence over here. Tanner. Blacksmith there. Grindstone. Can I use it? Oh, snap. We actually have to... Wow. You're going to use a grindstone? You're going to use the grindstone. You're not just going to, like, hit a button and have it magically sharpen. You need to sharpen yourself. Wow. Hey, ladies. Alright, I have no clue where this Lawrence guy is located. Also, it's one of these guys.
What the hell was that?
Just me, man. Alright. Let's go back. Let's go tell Thomas.
Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you guys like the series, please put a like. If you have any comments, leave the comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.